Okay, welcome to Brandon's first Clash of Clans tutorial. Let's get into it. So, here we go. First thing I do is zoom out, just scan the base, and I'm looking at the gourd right here in the corner. I see it's only 347,000. So I'm like, that's a bit too low for me. So let's just find a different base. This base, if you look up in the corner again, I'm not gonna circle it. It's 182,000 weak, so not worth my time. So next, here's a good looking base. And I'm trying to think of where I could put my troops, but it looks good. I do this, but the gourd storages are just kind of fall apart from each other, so it's not gonna be that easy, so I'm gonna have to skip this. Let's see, this base doesn't have that much gourd, so I'm not really interested because that's all I'm looking for, so I could build my upgrades that I need. Again, this one's a bit too low, so it's not worth my time because I need a base with some decent amount of gold in it. This base only has 273,000, so not worth my time. Not worth my time because it only has 88,000 if you look up in the corner. This base, once again, not worth my time because there's not much gold. It's only 273,000, so I gotta skip it. Okay, here we go, 747,000. Now this is more like it, because if you look, here's one gold storage, here's another, and here's another one. So this is a lot better. So this one I'm attacking. So first thing, sorry, I'm trying to get rid of my writing. First thing I'm gonna do is get rid of these mortars, gotta find them. So using my lightning to get rid of them. 3 there. Okay, got rid of them. Next, I'm gonna deploy my golems, because that's the people that could get the most hit points without dying. And then here's my wall wrecker. It just breaks walls and obstacles in front. I'm gonna use a freeze spell to freeze that thing. I forgot its name, to freeze that, so it doesn't hurt my troops. I'm gonna put a P.E.K.K.A over here to get that gourd. Use another freeze spell right there. And then put one of my P.E.K.K.As right there to attack the gourd storage, because I want that gourd. And then I'm just gonna start deploying my troops. So it goes my P.E.K.K.As, which could get the most damage. Deploy my guys with the rocks they throw, and then deploy my heroes last, so they don't take up as much damage and they can last long. And use up the last of my freeze spells to freeze the defenses so they don't get my troops. Activate my hero guy and my archer queen to give them a little bit more power. And now I'm gonna activate my wizard, which you get at, like, I think Town Hall 12 or something. And what he does is he, like, lets the troops in his circle act like a shield. So he shields them from the defenses. But I don't think I'm gonna win this just because of how this is looking. But you kind of get the concept. So first I started off here in the corner, deployed my troops with the, like, you know, that could accept the most damage. Some other troops with the less hit points won't die. But very quickly I'm going to show you one more time. So I'm going to take out these mortals with my lightning so they don't get to my troops. And then deploy my P.E.K.K.A.s. Well, not yet. Deploy my golems. That's what they're called. They're just big rock guys. That's gonna take all the damage. Deploy my wall breaker. And then deploy my freeze spell to freeze up the defenses. And then deploy my P.E.K.K.A.s right where the gourd storages are, so I could get the gourd. Put another freeze spell down, I think, and yeah, right there, freeze spell. And then deploy my troops. P.E.K.K.A.s down in the gourd storage. And then here comes all my other troops. So these guys, the P.E.K.K.A.s, they could take the most damage. The rock guys that just throw rocks, they kind of die easily and quickly, so they're kind of towards last. And then my heroes. So my heroes don't get hit as easily. They could be last. And usually when I do this, I'm usually a bit better at this. But I guess this base is just a little bit more challenging for me. But like 90% of the time I'll actually win with at least 50 or 60% of damage for each base. But this base kind of got to me because it's a higher town hall with more upgraded defenses, so it's harder for me and my troops. So that's why I was almost there, but I couldn't quite win it. So that's kind of how I do this. Hope this was good enough explaining, and I hope you could kind of follow along with what I said. And this is how much loot I gained. Elixir, I really don't care about just because I already get too much of it. But this is a decent amount. That's what I want to be getting every time. 550,000. That's what I like to see and get. And this Dark Elixir, once again, I don't care for it because I just get too much of it so easily. I hope you liked my first tutorial, and I hope this kind of explains some basics to you of why I do things and stuff like that. Hope you learned something. Thanks for watching, but before we go, I'm going to show you one more thing. So, my golems here, I'm going to show you. They could take up to 7,500 hit points, which is going to be a lot of damage they could take in without dying. And then these golems, shoot, hang on. These golems, they take a little bit less, not 7,500, but 3,400. But what these guys does is when they die, they actually freeze up the defenses that is around them, which is nice because it like gives me an extra like a few extra seconds to get more of a defenses destroyed. So that's why I like them, because it's like another freeze spell, but a little bit longer duration. And then the rock guys, they just throw rocks. They don't have as many hit points as you could see, so they die easier. Only 390. So not as much. And then my P.E.K.K.A.s, they cause some damage. Hit points is 6,300. I have 5 of them, which is really, really good. And up here, I have 610 damage per second, which is super good. All of my other ones are like less than 200. So these guys could like really cause some serious damage when they like come across like, you know, a defense with a lot of hit points or something. So these guys cause some damage and stuff like that. So that's why I like them. And then I just use some of these little archers right here. I'm gonna circle them because I only have a little bit of space left for them, so I'm gonna use them. So here I'm gonna show you. So I want 2 of you, 2 golems, 10 of you, 5 of you, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of you. And here's my spells: lightning, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Usually it takes about 3 lightning spells to get rid of a mortal. And I like the lightning spells because it gets rid of a defense system or two, so it doesn't have to cause more damage to my troops. So it's like it's like 2 freebies for like, hey, I could get rid of 2 defense systems for you, so they don't have to, cause damage to your troops, so why not? And then some freeze spells to freeze up some of the defenses. And they usually last like 5 seconds, as you could see right here. 5 seconds. So that's why I like them, because they freeze up the defenses. All of the other spells I look at, I don't know. Just don't like them or care for them. Those are the spells I like, and that's the troops I like. So, hope you learned something, and hope this was a good review for you, and hope this kind of taught you something, although you may not have some of these troops yet. But once again, very quickly, I just want to go through and show you that pay attention to how I do things when I attack this base very quickly. Destroy the mortars on the sides to get rid of them. And notice how when I attack a base with all of my defenses, look where they are. They're usually coming right here. See? All coming in this way. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit so you could see it. Yeah, I put 2 of my troops over here on the sides to get the storages, and that's the only time I, really put my troops over here by themselves. But usually, I'm putting them all right here together, as you could see. Here, watch. They can be all together. P.E.K.K.A's down, Rock Eye's down, and then my heroes. So see, they're all together. So they're not all spread out. Because if they were all spread out, then, they won't last as long because they're working as a team. But I just wanted to show you that I keep them all together. Thanks for watching this review. Hope you learned something and hope I taught you something. Peace out.